Hello and welcome. I am Ashwant from English Lovers. In this lesson, I am going to teach you the verb to do and its forms do, does and did. Do and does are present forms, whereas did is the past form. I am going to tell you how these forms are used with pronouns and how different types of statements like positive, negative and questions are formed by using different forms of this to do verb. So friends, let us start. We are going to learn two forms of to-do verb, that is present form and past form. In present form, there are two forms of again that verb, that is do and does, and there is only one form in the past, that is did. So we are going to study how these three forms, that is do and does in the present and did in the past, how they are used with the pronouns and how they are used with the positive statements, negative statements and in questions. So the first is positive form of do verb in the present, that is do and does. So there are two forms, do and does, how they are used with the pronouns. So the form do is used with the pronouns I, we, you and they, and the form does is used with the pronouns he, she and it. So we can say I do, we do, you do, they do, or there are other verbs that you can use those verbs in the base form or in the infinitive form. So you can say I work, we work, you work, they work, or in the same way I read, we read, you read, they read. So remember, do is the plural form and does is the singular form here. So here third person singular pronouns, that is he, she and it, they take does. So we say he does, he works, he reads, he watches, or she does, she works, she reads, or she watches. So do and does with the personal pronouns. We'll see some examples. So here I work in a shop. So here work is the verb in the infinitive form, or it is the verb in its base form. Or my sister works in a bank. Here works is the verb, my sister is the singular, so it is the singular form works. Bob lives in London, so lives again is singular form. Mark speaks 4 languages, again Mark is singular subject, so verb is singular, speaks 4 languages. We do a lot of different things in our free time. Here do is the plural form because here we subject is the plural. He plays piano, here plays, it's again singular verb with singular subject, and she eats a lot of fruits, so here also singular subject, singular verb. So all these verbs, they are used in the positive sentences forms of do or does. Next is a negative form of do. So there are two forms, one is don't and the other is doesn't. So it's pretty simple. So as we saw that there are do and does in the present, so you just put not in front of them, in front of do and does, and you get the negative. So here it is shown in contraction. Contraction of not is N', that is not. Again it's the same, that do form is used with the pronouns I, we, you, they, and does is used with the pronouns he, she and it, and simply there is not in front of do and does. So we can say I do not do, or we do not do, you do not do, or they do not do, or I do not work, we do not work, we do not read, or we do not watch, whatever. Next is he does not do, he does not work, he does not read, he does not watch, or she does not do, she does not work, she does not read, she does not watch. So this is the negative form. It's very simple, just put in not in front of do and does and you get the negative form. So do plus not plus this infinitive, so do not forget to put infinitive. We'll see some examples. I drink coffee but I don't drink tea. So here you can see that don't drink is the negative form. So here do is the verb, then contraction of not, and then the base form don't drink. You don't work very hard. Here don't work is the form in the negative present. So here work is the base form, do is used as with you, do is used, and then not. My car doesn't use much petrol. Here doesn't. My car is the singular subject, so does is there, then not, and then the infinitive or base form. We don't watch television very often. Here also to is the verb, contraction of not, and then the base form of the verb or infinitive watch. Jane doesn't play the piano very well. Here also Jane is the subject, which is singular, so the singular verb does, and then contraction of not, and then the base form play. So this is the negative form, don't and doesn't. Don't or doesn't plus base form of the verb. This is negative. Now we are going to study how these forms do and does are used with the questions, or how questions are made by using these two forms. So as we have seen, do is used with the pronouns I, we, you, they, and does is used with the pronouns he, she, and it. So we can say do I work, do I read, do I watch. Or you can use either of these pronouns with these verbs. Do we work, do we read, do we watch, or does he do, does he work, does he read, does he watch, or does she do, does she work, does she read, or does she watch. Here one thing you need to remember, that we put question mark at the end of this sentence because it is a question. So this symbol, which is called question mark, is used at the end of the sentence. And also remember one thing, the structure. So here the first is do or does, so it is auxiliary or helping verb. Then there is the subject, and then there is the main verb. So what is the structure of this question here? Auxiliary verb or helping verb, then the subject, and then the verb. Now we'll see some examples. So here, do you play tennis? So here do is the auxiliary or helping verb, you is the subject, and play is the main verb. Here tennis is an object. Do they like music? Here also the same structure, auxiliary verb, subject, and verb. Do your parents speak English? Here do is the auxiliary verb, your parents is the subject, and then speak is the main verb. Does Amit work here? Here also does is the auxiliary, Amit is the subject, and work is the main verb. Does your sister live in New York? So here does is the auxiliary verb, your sister is the subject, and live is the verb. So all these are questions, and question marks have been put at the end of them. Now we will see the past form of the verb do, and that is did. And this form is very common, or it's the only form with all the pronouns. So use did, I did, we did, you did, they did, he did, she did, or it did. Or in the similar way, you can use the past form of the verb. So here remember, played is the past form of play, then started is the past form of start, watched is the past form of watch, saw is the past form of see, S-E-E, and went is the past form of go, G-O, go. So these past forms are used with these pronouns in the past aspect of this do verb. Now we'll see some examples. It's pretty easy. So I played tennis yesterday. So here played is the past form of the play. So this is the sentence. We went to London last month. Here also went is the past form of go. They worked on Monday. So here worked is also past form of work. We came home by taxi. So here came is also past form of C-O-M-E, come. I enjoyed the party. Here enjoyed is the past form of enjoy. Next is the negative form of did, and that is used with not, contraction of not. So we say did not, or in short we can say didn't with apostrophe T. So here this is the negative form in the past of do verb. So we can say, and it's common with every pronoun. So we can say I did not do, or we did not do, you did not do, they did not do, he did not do, she did not do, it did not do, or simply you say didn't do. Or we didn't do, we didn't play, we didn't start, we didn't watch, we didn't see, we didn't go. So you can use in this way. So what is the negative? Negative is the did plus not, or simply you can say in contraction didn't plus base form of the verb. Did plus not plus base form of the verb. We'll see some examples. I didn't watch television yesterday. So here watch. So how you are going to make negative sentence? So the positive is I watched television yesterday. So you are going to use the appropriate form of do. So here you use the appropriate form of do, that is did, because it is the past aspect. Then not is there, and then use the verb in the base form, watch. So didn't watch. The next sentence, I saw Jenny but I didn't see Mary. So here didn't see, so see is the base form, then did is the appropriate form of do. This is the sentence from past tense, so did is the appropriate form, and then not in contraction, didn't. We went to the post office but we didn't go to the bank. Here didn't go. Then she didn't come to the party. Here come is the base form, and then didn't. Did is the past form of do, and then not for the negative in contraction. They didn't work on Tuesday. So here work is the base form, and then did. Did is the past form of do, and then the negative in contraction, n apostrophe t. Didn't. So they didn't work on Tuesday. So this is the negative form didn't with pronouns. Next is question. How questions are formed by using the past aspect of do, that is did. Again, remember the structure. So whenever there is a question, the structure is the same. That is, first is auxiliary or helping verb, then is the subject, and then this is the main verb. So did I do, did I play, did I start, did I watch, did I see, did I go, and one thing is that there is question mark at the end of the sentence. So here this is the structure. It's pretty simple. And then we'll see some examples. Did she go away last week? Did she go away last week? So here did is the past form of do, then the subject, and then the base verb, and at the end question mark. So did you see Hillary yesterday? So here again auxiliary in past did, subject, then main verb. Did it rain on Sunday? So did, auxiliary, subject, main verb. Did you do the shopping? Again auxiliary, subject, main verb. Did they enjoy the film? The same auxiliary, subject, and verb. So all these sentences are in question forms using the did, the appropriate form of do in the past. Now we'll have one exercise here. So there are some questions, fill in the blank kinds of questions. You have to use appropriate forms of do. The forms are given in the bracket, so use the appropriate form. If you want, you can pause the video, then go back the earlier session of the video, and then again come back. So you can pause. So here are the answers. We are going to see one by one. The first is, what do you do every day? So here do is the appropriate form because here it's a general statement, and with you do is used. Next is, I don't eat apples at all. This is also a general statement, and with I the appropriate form is do, and then not is there in contraction. Next is, didn't he hurt his hand yesterday? So from yesterday you can understand that it is the past, so appropriate form of do, that is did, and here negative is used, so didn't. Paul doesn't play computer games. So here there are two forms of do in the present, do and does, but here Paul is the singular subject, so singular, that is the does, and an apostrophe t, doesn't. Do you like rainy weather? This is also general statement. You is there, and with you we use do in the present. The boys don't swim well. So here the boys is the plural subject, and the plural form is do, and then an apostrophe t, not, so don't swim well. I didn't like maths at all. This is general statement, and here the past form did is used with not in contraction an apostrophe t. What time does she usually come home? So here she is the subject, which is singular, so the verb singular is there. It is a question, so at the end question mark is there. Okay, next sentence. Sam didn't watch TV the whole week. So the whole week, so he's talking about the past, and here didn't, so negative form in the past. We don't train at the stadium. So here with we use the form do, and then negative is there, so don't train. So these are the answers. I hope you have got the right answers. Please let me know in the comments how many of you have got the right answers. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. And if you are new to my channel, remember to subscribe it to get the latest notifications of my videos right here on YouTube. Enjoy learning, and I'll see you soon in another lesson.